20 years. He designed the first telex machine in India 20 years ago. I think a big round of applause for that. One of the goals that Jay wants to achieve, and I'm sure he has achieved, is he wants to be the best dad to his 2 daughters. Okay, so Jay and I will be talking about recession for dummies. Jay.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jay Nair from NetScout. Basically, this topic is a play on the famous Dummy series of books. And I don't intend to explain the entire stuff about recession here in 5 minutes. So I'm going to really concentrate on just a couple of things. Like someone was asking me, how are you going to cover the whole thing in 5 minutes? So I don't think I can do that. So I'm going to just concentrate on a couple of things and tell you about some things about the recession that we're experiencing right now. Okay. So all I'm trying to do is here is to talk about what are the roots of this current recession and who is responsible for this mess. Okay, these themselves are very loaded questions. So what I'm just trying to do here is to expose some myths, in the sense that a lot of people believe that there's a myth that this recession just started, just last year or the year before, or the root causes of this recession was really from last year or something like that. That's not true. It started really much earlier, or the roots of this recession really started much earlier. So I just wanted to show you how it all started, for one thing. And there's a lot of people who believe that these CEOs, the cigar smoking, punch-drunk CEO sitting in a cellar down there in a smoke-filled room, coming up with ways to make huge profits and bust all these banks. So that's really not the case. There are a lot of reasons why this happened, and I just want to point out who is responsible for this recession, basically. Okay, so that's what I'm trying. Okay, just to give you a quick idea, what is recession? It's basically when the equilibrium between the supply and demand, gets mismatched. That's exactly what recession is. And when I say recession, what really happens is that the GDP really goes down, right? I mean, there's a negative GDP growth in a country, and that's what causes recession. Where does that negative GDP come from? There are four aspects to a GDP, and the biggest thing that causes the recession is the consumer piece, because that's the biggest portion of GDP. And you must have heard all kinds of buzzwords about breakages and all kinds of things that you've heard about in the last 1 year. I mean, too much to really assimilate in your brains, right? But basically, what happens is that the businesses have cycles. Businesses go through cycles, and basically the idea is that every capitalist economy goes through booms and busts, and this is just another bust. But it just happens to be too big to become a recession. That's what it is. So business cycles are common, and economic booms and busts in a capitalist society is common. And why do busts happen? Primarily because of overproduction. The demand is expected to be much higher than what it really is going to be, and therefore there is overproduction. And that overproduction, coupled with low confidence level about the future, is what really causes busts. And when it becomes too big, that's what is called recession. And why did this become a recession? There are various factors. I just listed out some of them. One of the major factors why it spread out to this extent is because of globalization, as we all know. And there are several other factors, like you can see. There's things like there's too little regulation, there is even too much regulation, which caused the recession. And in the end, when you had all these things by themselves would probably not have caused recession, but when all these things happen together, what's called the black swan effect. I mean, I know some of you must have read this book, heard about this effect called black swan effect by Nassim Taleb. It's a very famous book, and that's what really caused the recession ultimately. All these things coming together. And if you look at the timeline of events as to how this entire thing came about, it really starts in 1933. If you believe it or not, it really started in 1933, so after the previous Great Depression. And I'll tell you how this whole thing happened. Most of the events probably happened in the last year, decade or decade and a half, but some of these things really happened from way out there. And I put these failures that happened due to which the recession happened under 4 categories: on over-regulation, under-regulation. Some of them were acts of faith that really caused this recession, and also innovations in the financial industry. Right? If you look at the drama of recession, it basically started in 1933 with this Glass-Steagall Act. that actually divided banks into two different categories called investment banks and commercial banks. That actually made banks to really feel the pinch as far as growing is concerned in the US. And when the other banks, the global economy started growing, the US banks could not grow, and therefore what happened is that they had to repeal that act because the US banks were not able to scale up to the level of the other banks. And that's what the repeal of that act and the dot-com and dot-com boom and bust that happened. Those are some of the main reasons why this recession actually happened this year. So this really goes back to the 30s and then the 90s and the 2000s, and not really 2007 or 2008. And because of the bust that happened after .com, there was a huge incentive to actually, to make the US economy grow much faster than it had ever done. And there was a big act done by the Federal Reserve in the US, Alan Greenspan, who actually reduced the interest rate very rapidly from 6.5% to 1.5%, which caused the boom in the housing market and therefore the bust that followed. Now, so that's basically what happened to cause the recession. There's some numbers here that you can see that the subprime loans increased dramatically, debt increased dramatically, partly because of the interest rates coming down. Okay. And there's a quick explanation of them. You can see how complicated this is. So who is responsible? Is it Bernanke and Henry Paulson? Or is it Alan Greenspan, who actually reduced the interest rates and caused the boom and the following bust? Or is it George W. Bush really giving the whole world his finger? I mean, I don't know who this is, right? Or is it the big banks, the CEOs of the big banks, who actually did that, who actually created this whole mess? Or is it Dr. Evil himself who did that, right? I mean, we don't know. Okay, so I have a quick video. Will it play? Play that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works.
That's just a little clip from the movie Wall Street, and that's behind all this. And I think Chai did mention about the greed aspect in his presentation in the beginning, but that's basically where it comes from. When I say greed, is it just the greed of the bankers? Is it the greed of the regulators? I think all of us. Right? All of us who are actually investing in the stock market expecting supernormal profits, or all of us who are investing in real estate expecting huge returns, buying flat after flat, that's what is causing, that's what causes recession. Thank you.